Hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and unicorns. I welcome you to another Pixel Prophecy Plays Your Ludum game stream. Do we have audio? Yes, we have sound for a change. But we do not have the Pixel Prophecy music in the background because I had to reset up my computer this week. Long story. Congratulations, Frank, on winning the pop quiz with 88% questions correctly answered. And right after Frank is Mr. Troy, a very strong second, despite fumbling some of the questions. Yeah, I know that the last one was a bit cheeky because when you see stay a while, I mean, if you're a gamer of a certain age, your first instinct is to go stay a while and listen. Right, yeah, it is even older than that. Ston came in as third in Jiri Hysek on number 4 with 4 questions answered and half of them correct. Hello, everyone. Yes, we do have audio, I hope. Langotriel says, I forgot what the form is to submit the game. And it is, oh yeah, thank you, Frank. It is just exclamation submit, and the automated unicorn will point you to the submission form. There we go. We do have indeed audio finally. Yeah, what had me occupied this week for many hours, much more than I ever intended to be, was a botched update. Turns out when Microsoft is doing its let's make everything worse update and your computer is constantly rebooting, one thing that should not happen during that period is a power outage that we had. It was just, I think, just a second or something, but it was enough to disrupt the updating process, and the computer wouldn't boot anymore, or I would have boot error something, and Windows, it would just loop and try to boot, and it never would get anywhere. So good thing that I have my I wanted to say monthly. Well, it's manual. Monthly manual backups where I just image everything that I have on my drive. And yeah, I say monthly, but the last time I did this was in January. So it meant I had an old system. So despite being able to load this image of my system, which was my pristine computer from February, of course, I had to update everything, all the software that I have, and of course, configure everything. And long story short, it took me like 8 hours. So a complete workday just resetting up. So the good thing is now everything is pristine and set up. And of course, some things you always forget to set up, despite having a very long list of to-dos as soon as I reset up my computer is, for instance, that there's no music playing in the background, but I hope you can bear with me. January is a month. Well, indeed. I mean, when I started this, it was usually at the 1st or 2nd of every month. I would just reapply the image that I had, then do all the updates, get rid of programs that I'm not using, install new versions of programs that I am using, and then make an image of that again and be off for another month. The good thing is, because I'm on Windows, this means I can just try random software from the good old interwebs, especially when you're doing some modding or some retro game stuff. There are so many tools out there, some even from before the 2000s, and of course many of them are kind of broken, can't uninstall correctly, and they just clog and pollute your system. So it always feels good when I can do a fresh reset from the pristine backup that has, like I said, usually been updated every month or so. Which, well, now I have a pretty pristine backup. Thank you for submitting, Langotriel. And yeah, without further ado, let us start the process. Look at this desktop. It is so clean. It's unusually clean. So let's load the RNG. If it works, wrong screen, but here we are. Let's see if your submission has worked. And yes, head count. There we go. All good. I meant to do this last time. That was the problem that I'm having here with the RNG 3000 is I've switched more or less over to the practice of playing the games of the people who are currently present in the chat, because it's much more fun when I can interact with the makers of a game. And so the RNG 3000, like I said, it completely defeats the purpose of having an RNG when all I do is most of the time just manually picking something. So I wanted to implement this as Cursibu suggested, just that I have for example, some checkboxes that I can tick just of the people who are currently present and choose a random game among them. I looked at my code of the RNG 3000 and everything which I wrote 3-4 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't as easy as plop in like 3, 4, 5 more JavaScript lines and be done with it. No, all I did was I littered my entire code with to-dos. So at least I found within an hour all the places that I need to look into the code or where I can tag something on. So isn't that fun? Thank you for redeeming Unicorn. I'm already feeling that my throat is getting a bit sore. So yeah, please all hydrate everyone and stay healthy. What do you mean, says Frank, without further ado? You're supposed to be sidetracked for at least an hour. Am I supposed to, or is this just happening? And now that I'm talking about it, I'm actually fulfilling that pixel prophecy. Ain't I? Hello, Lady Misleaf. Thank you for dropping by. Do I have permission to float a small game idea to gauge people's feelings on it? Of course, please, always. Float ahead. Kersey says, my suggestion still unimplemented. I'm very, very sorry, Kersey Boo, but at least, I mean, it's on the list. We got this on the list and it will implement it as soon as we get some of our engineers freed up for this. Oh dear, I think I have to sneeze. Oh, yes. Good, I hope this was muted. If not, sorry for the germs. German germs, your way. Lady Misleaf says, I will likely do it anyway as a practice game regardless, but curious. Of course, please go ahead. It was indeed muted. Okay, good. I'm a little bit misophone myself, so I don't like it when I can hear people like very close up chew or swallow or sneeze sometimes for that matter. So hope you don't mind either. And I already feel that there might be another sneeze in there. Kirsty says, hey, if you need an engineer, and I'm employed right now. I think I could never afford you. Oh dear. Come on, nose. Yes, no, the sneeze in here is like a cat. In, out, make a choice. It's very unnerving. Anyway, Ston says, Ludum Dare never tried that. I did participate in another jam recently. It is such a cool concept and nice that you're playing those games. Yeah, please, the next Ludum Dare, I think we already have the dates for it. It's in April 18th, something, if I remember it correctly. So Ludum Dare is now happening twice a year, and please, by all means, what have we? I've managed to follow the discussion that's going on the Pixel Prophecy Discord about the dwindling numbers of Ludum Dare participants. So if you have the time and inclination to, please, the more the merrier, because it's always nice to have some people play your. Some people, it sounds like, have people play your game and get candid feedback on it. Mr. Troy says, I didn't participate in this Ludum Dare, but I'm here to cheer you all on. This is so nice. Thank you, Mr. Troy. Same for me, more or less. I also didn't participate, but man, I really wish I had. As always, it's so fun to see what the outcome is. And I mean, on one hand, I'm lucky because the theme this time was a very unusual or very unusable theme, more or less. For those who don't know, the theme was collection or collector, right? So yeah, I mean, so many games are about collecting. It's like roughly fitting, I would say 60, 70, maybe 80% of the game genres are out there about collecting something. Are you collecting wealth? Are you collecting experience points? Are you collecting collectibles? I mean, there's a whole topic for it. So again, I have to agree with the discussion that was going on also on the Pixel Prophecy Discord regarding the topic. It was a little bit too open-ended. I mean, I would have, as I always say, I personally like themes that somewhat limit you, but not in terms of mechanics, where it was like 2 button controls. Yeah, I mean, if you make, I don't know, if you were planning to make a tabletop game, 2 buttons, it really doesn't work. Or if you usually make a touch game, then 2 buttons, for example, also doesn't work. What works, for example, for everyone would be a theme like penguins and chickens or something. So I feel like, I mean, this is my hope, my wish for the future, that at some point we get a decent theme with Ludum Dare. But let's face it, it wouldn't be a Ludum Dare if the theme didn't suck. Commander Stitch is here. Hi, how is everybody? I'm great. I hope everyone else is great. I'm just having here. Like I said, there is a sneeze hiding somewhere in my nose, and it's not coming out. Lady Misleaf says, very, very bare bones shop/crafting game where you mine, use the ores. Oh, it jumped up to craft swords to sell in your shop. Okay, so far, so good. All things require energy, and how does one gain energy? Complete real-life tasks and accomplishing goals. Oh, interesting. It doubles as a to-do list, and everything accomplished generates energy for your blacksmith. If one of your tasks is huge, you can set up the task so partial completion will still award you energy, aka walk 10,000 steps a day. You can set it up to get 1 point every 100 steps with a max of 100 points. You add the tasks you yourself want to accomplish, and there is a daily max of 200 energy. So if you don't accomplish all your daily tasks, but you have some side tasks done, you can still get your energy. I think that's kind of cool. It feels like taking this Pokemon Go concept, but instead of feeding the almighty machine that is Google / Niantic, I think this can really help with especially some people and chores, essentially just to gamify your own to-do list. So as a way to trick yourself into doing these tasks. I mean, it sounds kind of interesting. Langotriel says LD has been let down by its creator. Luckily, we got a D2 gem out of it, which is shaping up to be a great community-centered gem. Yeah, with my Kaspersek, it sadly, you really feel the stress that he's under, and he's trying to land a job, and for some reason he's unable to. And of course, it's always a bit if you don't have time, because to work on something, if you don't have the resources and you don't have the safety to work on something or give it your everything, then yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think that it hasn't been let down by its creator as much. I just think Mike doesn't have all the energy or the resources to just keep doing Ludum Dare. So we're just happy for everyone that we get. Commander Stitch says they are a week later both times, so that means I'll be able to focus completely. The Ludum Dare new dates, you mean? Yes. And Tutvari is also here. Hi guys. Hello, Tutvari. Langotriel has feedback for Lady Mistleaf. I'm actually working with something similar at my job. We're developing a tasks management web app for companies to encourage employees to do tasks. Together with that, we have a gamified portion. Everyone has a hamster character. Oh, that's nice. And earning coins from doing tasks in the office, let them get cosmetics for the hamster and do mini games. It's kind of interesting that this gamification, I think I've heard this probably longer, 7-8 years ago, where it was all about gamification because nobody wanted to do their tasks or certain, let's say, road tasks at work. So you gamify this. And to some extent, it feels like games gamified themselves, like maybe Candy Crush or some other Match 3 games. I mean, many of the worst offenders are just cash-grabby mobile games. But essentially, you're not playing the mobile game because it's fun, but you're playing it so you get your daily, 100 games played and daily 20 red gems merged or something, so that another bar advances at some point, so that it still feels you're making progress. But essentially, this is what I've learned with some of these mobile phone games, so I had to quit cold turkey with them. It wasn't, the least fun part was actually playing the game. It was just to get the bars to load up, and overall, yeah. It feels like it's a slippery slope with certain prepositions or dispositions of that people are in. So this yeah. I mean, some people are a little bit prone to get addicted to this. Anyway, Frank says, I just Googled D2 Gem and found the worst website I saw this year. That's saying a lot. Wow. And Commander Stitch highlighted their message. All hail the unicorn. Have you heard this? All hail the unicorn. Yes. She's not quite sure. Yes, it's you. It's you. Oh, she's shy. It's all fine. It's fine, Ashley. Just sit over there. Limbislif says, that's the plan. The tasks can be whatever you want to work on. Exercise, like do 10 push-ups, steps, etc. Cleaning, eating healthier, working on your career goal, or even have one task that is 200 energy a day and it's just log in if you want to play the game. So I think that's good. So it's more or less encouraging yourself and not some, I don't know, over-looming authority that grants you points that you have to prove that you actually did those tasks. I mean, I have a similar app that is called Banter. It's just for stretching exercises every day. And of course, I mean, you don't have to do the exercises along with the app. You can just have it sit there and run out the timers. But where's the point in that? So I think that's kind of good. I plan to have different save files if you want, one for tasks and the other to just enjoy the game. This could, I think this could be fun. Again, of course, it depends on how, as a person, how thorough you are or how strict you are with yourself. But overall, always, this is getting back to Ludum Dare. This is what I've learned: is better make things a little bit too easy. So more people will have fun than when something is too hard from the beginning, because then many people will bounce off, even if the game, I don't know, gets easier or more chill later on. If you launch the game and you, as a player, you got 2 seconds to dodge or do something, otherwise you die instantly. This is rarely works. It's easier or it's better when the game really eases you in and you feel like maybe it was a little bit too easy towards the end or something. But yeah, just my 2 cents. Note, some people I know have ADHD, and gamifying things help overcome procrastination. Exactly. And I think an app like this would really help, because you get your treat that is the actual game, but of course you also get things done. And you took the, I mean, you gamified it, right? So you took out some of the urge to procrastinate, I think. Sorry everyone for flooding the chat. All good, all good. We're always here for indies and game dev ideas, so no worries, no worries. Found the wrong website, says Langotriel. The D2Jam website is far easier to navigate than LD, that's for sure. Well, yeah, the LD website. I mean, I still call it the new website, despite it already being up for probably 5 or longer, 7 years perhaps. It's kind of weird. It's like calling something the new video system, and then you look at it, it came out in 99 or something. So this is Pixel Prophecy's naming convention guideline. Never name something the new something, because it won't stay new. Or the improved, maybe improved could work, but never call it the new or the current version or something. Yeah, it's like with next gen hardware. I mean, that's a really a moving target. What is next gen? Oh yeah, Frank posted the D2Jam website. I don't care about how easy a website is to navigate if the very first impression makes me want to gouge my eyes. Okay, now I have to click it and see for myself. So here we are. Okay, what is going on? There is games and the about section. I mean, I've seen much worse. I have to say, I've seen much worse. This looks like it's some kind of preset. I'm probably stepping on someone's toes here, but it feels like it started from some HTML5 preset and was enhanced. I mean, it looks current in a sense, but yeah, with the it looks very playful, I must say, compared to the good old LD Jam, not La Jam, LD Jam website. Just to compare the things, I mean, the LD Jam website, it feels like it's a blog where you can submit your games, right? I think maybe the target audiences of the two different sites feel like they're somewhat at odds with each other, because this one, again, it feels very retro in a sense. Like, yeah, you come to this blog or you come to this forum and just post your stuff. Langotriel says, very strange that you have such a strong reaction. I think it looks fine. Mr. Troy says, Frank is new to the internet. I've seen far worse. Frank says, I did say this year. Well, okay, it's fine. That's true. Then again, don't we all remember fondly the MySpace sites where as soon as you landed there, somewhere an applet with a MIDI player would blaring, I don't know, the Dawson's Creek theme music. Your mouse pointer had a trail of sparkles, and the background was a tiled GIF image, and I'm not saying GIF image, of, I don't know, a unicorn prancing. Well, this then could have been my website. And you couldn't read any of the text that was presented in rainbow-colored Times New Roman. I miss those times. My first website, GeoCities. Oh dear, yeah. What was it? GeoCities, or something with Lycos, I think. AngelFire was one of the early hosters in the early 2000s. My God, I'm old. And yeah, MySpace, I think the first social website. Anyone still friends with Tom on MySpace? Lady Misliff says, I don't find it too bad, as Phil said. It looks more modern, but I get what Frank is getting at. The whole page is just, wee, colors, rather than actually being useful. I wouldn't mind that background video in a section of the page, and the menu options look a little bit, the options menu a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, I have to agree. It, again, either have the background. I mean, now I'm reviewing websites instead of playing Ludum Dare games. But also, personally, I would enjoy it if when there is a background video, have it front and center and nothing on top of it. Because for me personally, the worst is when I want to read something and the background is moving. And I mean, it would be okay if it's just like going like a wave in the ocean or something very subtle. But if there's a video behind it, despite it being very subdued and low in contrast, still I just get seasick. Just the other day, I had to review some content on the Apple Vision Pro, and when you do, when you have the Apple Vision Pro on, it kind of feels like this must be bad for your eyes. It feels like something is poking in your eyes at all times. And again, there, if I want to read some text and it's floating somewhere in the space where you're walking around, but you can clearly see that it's not the space how you would see it with your eyes, but through video cameras, it has the same feeling as a moving text somewhere. I get seasick. Probably it's just me. Old man Phil complaining again. Frank says, I mean, who came up with the idea that you need an animated background and a bottom bar so you can actually read anything without getting distracted? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's the same point here. Mr. Troy says, the video didn't automatically load for me, so it wasn't. Okay. Well, then that's to have a distraction-free website, or to have a distraction-free website, just have very crappy internet connection. So when the images finally load, you're done with reading the content. The page used too many colors for sure, says Jiri. Yeah. Langotriel says, I had a Pixo site. Oh, I've never heard this. Oh, whatever it was called. Pretty obscure blog site. Pixo. Never heard of this. That's. I'm always, like I said, I'm always learning something new here. Anyone had a Flickr account? Lady Misliff says to Mr. Troy, I'm trying to remember the competitors to GeoCities. Was it Homestead? Personally, I've also never heard of Homestead. I think I was on GeoCities and AngelFire. And it sounds like such a random name. Mr. Troy says that was 988 years ago. I just remembered how awful my page was. With my current website, I tried to keep simplicity. And Lady Mislip says, right, ANgelFire was before Homestead, I think. Yeah, and I mean, since we're digging up all the old nostalgia, Neopets. Anyone had Neopets? I didn't, but I've heard that many people have very nostalgic feelings about neopets.com. Was it Neopets? I'm probably mixing it up with petsovernight.com, which was a commercial in GTA 3. When you were listening to the radio, there was a commercial for petsovernight.com. We deliver everything from giraffes to alligators right to your doorstep. And they even had a website. It was petsovernight.com. And it looked kind of semi-legit, but back then it just blew my mind that someone would make a fake advertising for a fake website and then would even create the website. This was just, my God, this is such satire. I'm blown away by it. Neopets is still active and I have an account from 20 years ago. And Stone says, I recently found my old GeoCities site and put it up again on my current website. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, this is pretty cool. If you still have it somewhere sitting around and you can have the, I don't know, the vault section of your website or the time travel section. Lady Miscliff says, might have been erased due to non-use by now. I have 2 Neopets items to remind me of my dear friends from my teenage years. Isn't this nice when you have even being digital memories of earlier times? And I think, personally, at least to me, this is most of the entire appeal of retro computing. It's like, oh, it reminds me of the good old times. And I think for so many, it's not actually the crappy Commodore 64 games. Yes, I did just call them crappy. Well, not all of them, of course, but it's more like this feeling of, yeah, you're a kid, you have all the time in the world. It's a wonderful summer out there. You got your iced tea, and in front of you is a video game on the Commodore 64. And just to get a whiff of this nostalgia and this feeling of everything's fine, you don't have to worry, is just boot up an old Commodore 64 looking game and just enjoy some of this. I feel there might be something to this. Yeah, my oldest account, I think I still have a Yahoo account. This must probably also be by now 25 years or even older. So it's from the last century. God, digital artifacts from the last century. Right. So I think I've done my duties of getting completely sidetracked for an hour, or how long is it? Well, over half an hour. I think we're good here. So maybe let's play some games then. Feels more like a trademark Phil story time now. I think exactly. Here we are. So let's roll patrons and non-patrons combined. Let's refresh the RNG, or I think I have to reload the site. This was the last time, just in case someone uploaded anything in between or submitted something in between. But yeah, one thing that I've noticed here was Hollow Choir, and last time they said, yeah, they submitted twice. Sorry about that. And InkDeo21 said, I didn't submit anything with a number, and I have no idea how this ended up to be that it turned into a huge integer number. Probably it ended up on my behalf. Not willingly, but I mean, I programmed this entire thing. Got a reset combined now that they're refreshed. Yes, combined selection, weighted randomness, and auto update on. Thank you, and let's roll. And blame Google Forms. Yeah, the thing is, it's not a Google form anymore. I'm rolling my own form, so that makes it even worse. So Frank says, anyway, I'll be mostly lurking today, starting soon, so I'll wish you lots of fun with the games. Thank you, Frank, and also thank you for dropping by, and all good for being in lurk mode, and let me wish you already a wonderful weekend, and hope you have also a great week thereafter. So Sheeping Moon, is Sheeping Moon currently present with the game Claim Thy Land? Because if not, like I said, I'll be just misappropriating the randomness in the random number generator and keep rolling until something comes up that I want to come up. That's why Frank wanted the Phil story time first. I understand. This now makes full sense that you got your daily, not weekly dose of Phil random story time content. Okay, I'm not hearing anything from Sheeping Moon so far, so let's roll again and give people who are currently present a chance of their games being played. And InkDeo21 with your random number game. I haven't seen InkDeo21 here, but maybe Ink is lurking right now, so I just give them a couple of seconds while I indulge in some clear crystal tea, as I call it. I mean, Jiri, I think it's kind of a given that your game is definitely going to be played today. I've heard that you placed exceptionally well in Ludum Dare this time around. Enter the Karjin from Placeholder. Is Placeholder currently present? Let's see, what else do we have here? Enter the Karjin, number 2. Oh, I didn't have that many submissions this time, so and one of them is double, so it can take too long until the one that we actually want to be played come up in the random. What's it? Count? No, not count. I was just looking at head count. Langotriel, congratulations! Somehow, after 3 times of rolling, your game was chosen. Head count, Langotriel, like an elf name, Langotriel. Okay, adult language warning, so thank fuck for the warning. And good luck. Okay, all we get is good luck. So let's have it. Oh, I adore the palette already. My god, this looks very, very juicy. Wow. And dithering. Big fan of dithering. Okay, I'm already sold. So it's a jam game by skigfx, AXLplosion, XpMonster, Mufaya, and Langotriel. Okay, so this was not just one person doing it, because in that case I would have been amazed of how this would have been possible with all the assets there. In Headcount, you take on the role of the Collector, a headless figure feared by corporations everywhere. Okay, I like it. Your goal is to collect the heads of powerful figures from within a multi-story office building where strange creatures reside. Doing so grants you their power. Okay, grants you power reminds me of Paradroid. Anyone remembers Paradroid? Be careful though, the office is not what it seems and the machines and white collars are out to get you. Okay, so many different characters and all of them are animated as well. Okay, yeah, again, content-wise, this is already outstanding. Corporate will throw anything at you to stop from adding your collection. Will throw anything at you to stop you from adding to your collection. There we go. I'm in love with the mantis. I mean, yeah, this the character art already is outstanding. I mean, here the bull with a tie. I think I know someone like this. And also here, is this a dance move here in just like a couple of pixels? Totally works. So those are the heads that have been collected. Then go forth, headless one. Collect more to add to your head count. Okay, that's pretty nice. Arrow keys to move, Q to roll, W to whack in front of you, E to use head ability. Switch heads with 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order from left to right. Okay, so this is a left paw game. And Langotriel says we didn't get to polish much, so just enjoy it for what it is. I mean, on one hand, it already looks very polished, and I always stress this. We all know that games are more than just the looks, and there are many great games that look like absolute ass. But of course, to get people interested, it always helps if the game has something is pleasing to look at in one way or the other, or at least interesting to look at. And already, if you say, yeah, we didn't get to polish, I mean, it feels like this is 80% of the games out of France in the 90s. They looked amazing, but they were just half-baked on many levels when it came to game design. So I think you should be fine. Mommy Mantis is my favorite too, says Langotriel. Okay, so she's got a name. So okay, controls WASD, Q and E, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And you even have an official soundtrack. Well, in that case, we should pump up the volume. Okay, minor bug fixes done, like preventing players from being able to kill bosses during dialogue. Okay, that's cheesy. Boss HP bar added for clarity. Oh, very, very friendly. Otherwise, it's the same as Gem version. Let's have a look at your results. And apparently the soundtrack is kicking. And also the graphics. 63rd? I think this must be too low. From what I can tell just from the screenshots, this should be higher. So, can I play this in the browser then? Is this okay if I play it in the browser? Okay, not WASD, arrow movement. Okay, so arrow movement and W to whack in front of me, and Q and E, and 1, 2, 4. Okay, good. Right, I got it. Head ability, E is head ability. See, this is why it's always good to have the creators in the game. Oh, made with the G develop. Do we have audio? Do you hear audio? Make this a little bit louder. Okay, I don't have a head right now. And I can whack in front of me. Oh, cool. I could whack through the doors. By the way, soundtrack is already pumping. Nice. Okay, this is already fun that I can interact so much with things. So it's a little bit like a version of Hotline Miami. Oh, you can even push the plants around. That's nice. And the chairs there. Really like the soundtrack, by the way. But I mean, this synth 80s vaporwave stuff is right up my alley. Are you naughty? Yes, you are naughty. There we go. So have I collected any heads yet? Not yet. I think there is my first head collection.
Oi! Care to explain what the fuck this is about?
Oi!
Oh, I see. A headless chicken lost its way? Well, if you can't talk, let's dance.
Oh dear. Oh, okay. Okay, probably should stay away from the copier. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wasn't expecting that she would change up her pattern. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but it felt like, okay, I got her health bar halfway down. Oh, look at me! I got a head now! So, I'm getting ahead to the next level. So what is my head ability then? You need to be near enemies. Okay, makes sense. By the way, pixel art is very nice. Oh, I could have gone through here as well. I like when there are levels that span multiple screens. It already feels like there is... Oh dear. Oh, let's use my ability then. There we go. Ha! Okay, that's fun. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I'm not trusting any copier now. Anything going on here? I really like that you can push these things around. I think I missed something. Phil's getting ahead. Exactly. That's what I meant to imply. Danger ahead. Okay, so multiple. This it feels a bit like a Deus Ex because I always go back to things or places that I already had visited before, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything at all. Those levels are quite expansive. I like this. After all, I mean, it's a multi-story building. So there we have it. Ha! Yeah, and with this ability it feels much easier. Oh no! Somehow I'm slightly reminded of Binding of Isaac. It must be the movement. Okay, looks like I've seen everything here. Have I? There's even a water cooler. Nice. Okay, Q lets you roll. There we go. Thank you, I completely forgot about this. Probably should have done this much earlier, much more often. But again, I'm... Oh dear. Oh dear. Did I miss something there? Anyway, let's talk.
Welcome. Why don't you pull up a seat?
Why don't I pull off your head?
There's no need for such hostility. And trust me, you don't want beef with a Minotaur.
I think I do. I'm on a high-protein diet.
Bullshit.
Try me.
Oh dear. Okay, probably should do some more rolling then. I'm just cheesing the bull. Look at me. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. Nice. Fight the boss. I like that we have these little intermissions there with the logo. That's cool. And doing so after the jam would be a feature. So, whoops. Didn't have time to implement pathfinding. Yeah, I mean, if we have some pathfinding like not Binding of Isaac, Vampire Survivors, I mean, they've been selling millions of copies. So, all good. So let's try this. Now that we have 2 different heads. So I can use 2 and 3 to change. And okay, this one is just charging. Okay, I like the charging attack. Let's see. Haha. Okay, that's fun. I think I like the charge. And also for the maze-like levels, this again also reminds me of many of the NES titles. Oh, there's
Oh, sugar.
Mami
What did
Martis.
I do to deserve this muscle at my feet?
Someone called the exterminator. You've been a bad bug.
Ha! More like room service. Or...
I don't swing that way.
No? Well, no matter. This conversation has been enough sex for me. Time for my meal.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. That's very cool that you have this much variety there with the bosses. Okay, good. The spit dissipates, but now I've ran right through it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh damn it. Again. I think it's just memorizing the timing. It's a bit like with Dark Souls. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Just... Let's try her again. Yeah, that's pretty good. Also, by the way, the cool phasing effect on her voice. So, there we go. Ha! You're taking poison damage, careful. Yeah, I've noticed. I thought I could take some. Because my health is regained here. Okay, that's fun. Do I take poison damage when I walk through my own? When I walk through my own spit? Okay, probably should have done justice. Okay, we're considering making it a full game from this. Working on some design docs currently to determine what an MVP would be. MVP, minimum viable product. It sounds good. Like I said, already the presentation looks good. I love the music. And also the humor and the voice acting. I think I just discovered a bug here. Okay, there is...
Fuck!
Simon.
You know how long it took for me to find the secretary that hot?
Let me guess. You sucked her blood.
Shut up! Oh, I'm freaking out. Fuck! Die!
Okay, oh, the walk cycle. Oh no, he's stealing my health. Oh no, oh no. Oh dear, okay, probably should... What am I doing wrong? Oh, I wasn't hitting it. I wasn't hitting it correctly. So yeah, I'm almost done for. I'm almost done for. Okay, I died. I could still walk around a little bit. Did you discover a bug or are you the bug? Indeed I was. One thing that I'm curious about is if I'm wearing a different head, is of course the voice lines are voiced differently. So probably should do more rolling then. Okay, didn't took that much abuse this time. What are those little flying turds, by the way? Okay, you are struggling, you will get another shot, but there is a dialogue bug now. I think it might trigger 2 cutscenes now. I'm fine with that. And I forgot to reset the cutscene on death, so I think it will trigger the last one and whatever new head you have on. Okay. Well, we will see this.
Don't you just love the irony? Threatening me wearing the head of my head of security.
Okay, that's...
I do what I can to get ahead.
I do what I can to get it back.
I love the writing. Okay, I'm doing slightly better this time. Just have to make sure that I'm staying close, but not too close. Yes, I think we can do this now. Yes, look at us. Okay, it's good, says Langotriel. Yeah, it's good. I like it that there's... Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Langotriel, there you go. Programmer, game design, narrative design. Yeah, the writing was pretty tight and sweet. That was fun. Georgi, oh dear, Chertovsic. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Artist, game design, AXLplosion, portrait artist. The portraits, this has some very nice Bitmap Brothers feel to it. And what is this? Couches is the artist. Frankie, Hank Shaw, Carpman as voice actor. Priya Kajuria, also voice actor. Michael, XpMonster. Brocherov, story cards and voice editing. Peter Gabriel Halvorsen, a voice actor. And Mufaya did the music. It's very nice that you got portraits out of this from all of you. And Peter Roberts doing sound design. Oh, I can attack them. That's so fun. Okay, let's see what happens. Is there something happening when I get rid of everyone here? Very cool. By the way, also kick-ass soundtrack. So yes, by all means, keep working on this. So I cannot use Q apparently here. Oh, no, okay, now it works. And I think this was just because I was still wearing the head. Very cool. Thank you for submitting. So what else have I missed? Good work, says Cursibu. Indeed, Ston says this was amazing. Lady Misliff says probably one of the best LD games I have ever seen. It feels so polished, right? It feels very polished. So what you said, of course, with the pathfinding and everything, I mean, you already have a very solid foundation. So of course, I would just keep working on this, especially with the art. Usually the problem is not having enough assets. And I mean, you never have enough assets, but there is already enough there that it feels like a very finished project already. Mr. Troy says, Lady Misliff says, probably one of the best. That's the thing. Mr. Troy says, I love highly thought out games like this. You've got credits at everything. Yeah, we're just lucky to have a title screen or something. And because I'm so worried that I don't have time to put in a title screen, usually that's the thing that I start with when I'm making games. Yeah, and I always joke it, and it's not that untrue, is that I have like half a dozen half-finished title screens and menu screens, that's the word. Lady Misliff says, this should have been in the top of the LD. Right? I mean, this is why I thought that, even from the graphics, probably this should be at least the top 10. Kind of impossible to play with a 60% keep. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, they get a better keyboard. Langotriel says, appreciate it wasn't even top 100. Yeah, it's strange, right? Maybe it's by bottom 3 LD placement and again, probably not your fault then, right? It's very weird how the populace decides. But just looking at this overall, like I said, overall top 20, probably top 10 or something. And why this was fun, right? And also for innovation. I mean, granted, it's not the most innovative thing, but it's not 307. I mean, those are my attempts at doing a jump run plays with it innovation. Yeah, I think somehow the community has treated you unfairly for what it's worth, because I think this was an excellent game. Again, thank you so much for sharing and being present here. Lady Misliff says it might be the case of friends vote high on other friends' games, even if they don't deserve it. You just need one big group of friends to skew the voting. And exactly, I think also I've been fallen victim to this, where I feel like that some of my Ludum games have ranked too high or higher than they should have been for what they were. Where, of course, I'm very grateful for all the kindness, but still, again, it's kind of unfair towards other games that just maybe don't know people. Because, I mean, like I said, this is very cool. There is so much going on there. And also sticking with a certain palette. I mean, here this palette of purple and light blue and green. Doing this as shading, I mean, this is hard. This is very hard. So congratulations also to your artist for pulling this off. Yeah, again, very, very polished. Thank you. You make great. Some of them, like I said in one of my postmortems, the biggest problem that I have is making a fun game. I can do visual and auditory polish, but the actual fun part, I'm feeling like I'm all smoke and mirrors. But yeah, you know what? I take the compliment. Thank you. Langotriel says no friends took part in LD this time, and no streamers played it during the voting period. Both are necessary to score high. And yeah, and I'm both sorry for both of it that I only played it today. So yeah, I mean, you just submitted it, but still, if I were playing more Ludum Dare or doing more Ludum Dare streams, probably more LD games would have been played. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's just, I mean, why I'm saying sometimes, most of the time, about pretty much everything, there's a huge dose of luck involved. It's like when you ask people like, or what was this? What we can all learn from Silksong. And no, there is not a lot we can learn from Silksong, because Silksong was such an outlier. There is not a lot that you can learn from it. You can learn so much more from projects that have failed that you will never hear about or learn about because they have failed and there is nothing about them. And to me, I'm always more interested in the failures, because you can learn, I think, much more than from the successes. Because with the successes, it's most of the time is, I mean, of course, even if you're lucky, a shit game won't do as well. But of course, if you have a great game and you somehow get lucky in one respect or another, well, of course, there's your thing. And I feel like with many things in life, employment or wealth, I don't know, certain opportunities, it's just, yeah, I missed my bus and then talked to this random person and now I'm the CEO of our local government. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Yeah, the CEO of the government. That's, you know what, this is already probably foreshadowing for the times we're living in. Anyway, let's continue. I couldn't even do that on my lonesome, says Lady Misleaf. Yeah, the art is absolutely amazing. Indeed. That's the thing with art. I mean, I've been getting back to doing pixel art with EGA limitations, and again, it takes so long. So if you had a dedicated artist for this really pulls a lot. Employment is a whole other bag. Hard to get a job. I work currently, but it's only practical experience. No pay. That's, my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, this you get exposure, right? It's like being trapped in a nuclear reactor. At least you get exposure. And Sudopis says, hi Sudopis, or SU Sudo, please. There we go. Sudo, please. Not Sudopis. Sudo, please. Okay, I get it. This is a Linux joke. Langotriel says, I wish I could just do game dev as my job. The thing is, this also, I think of myself sometimes, if I could do just this streaming thing and content creation as my main job, then of course, there goes my hobby. But of course, it would be nice, I think, especially in your case, if game dev probably would pay just a little bit better. Yeah, totally I get you. I think we're all on the same page there. So let's see if this has been ticked off. Yes, again, thank you for head count. Lady Mistlef says, it's why I moved to an actual engine and I'm starting on a game I can publish and see if I can get my feet wet with that dream. It's always... Oh, HoloChoir is the anonymous author who submitted HoloChoir present. If not, I will roll again. What I meant to say, it's always good to have something published. I mean, the first thing is like when people say about having kids, well, first, let's see if you can have some, I don't know, flowers and potted plants that survive and then have a pet animal or something. And if that survives, you get my gist. And I feel it's with games, it's somewhat similar. The first thing is maybe just finish a mod that you do of something. It doesn't have to be a big mod, could be a mod like everyone has big heads now, and this is my mod, and I put it up on ModDB. Next one would be, I'm doing a game jam game with someone, or even a game jam game by myself, and finish it and publish it with a nice little itch.io page. The next step would be something like probably Steam, or so that you really go through all the paces to put something on Steam with the capsule art, filling out the different store pages, and it's really a project. But with every time you put something out and you finish, really finish, and not just it's kind of finished, I just have to put it out there. No, then it's not finished. And I think with each iteration, it becomes easier the next time around. So just keep working on that dream. Langotriel says, I don't need good pay. 30K a year would be plenty for me. I surely have enough skill for something like that, but no one uses gdevelop. Whoops. I mean, you could... One thing I'm thinking is, if not many people are using gdevelop, maybe you can coach people for a fee or something in gdevelop then again. Because I've heard someone say... it's not bad if you're in a niche, because your target group or target audience is much more focused or easier to get a hold of. I don't know how much of this is true, but just my business advice for what it's worth is try to find something in your niche that no one is offering in one way or another. If, like I said, if it's a niche, the good thing is that everyone knows each other or is very tight-knit community, versus everyone is playing, I don't know, FIFA or Call of Duty or Battle something, right? So then, of course, then you have... I don't know, if you say I make mods for Battlefield, of course, your potential target audience is higher. But then again, if you're really known within a niche, I would say it's could be even better. But business advice from yours truly. So probably should stop talking. Lady Mistleaf started learning Godot. GDScript is based off Python, so it gives me a semi-Python skill as a failsafe. Oh yeah, GDScript, not I said gdevelop. Right, it's always the little bits and things that you can take out for yourself that just become little tools for your tool belt. For me, it's because I've been doing so many retro things, and now I started, as many of you know, this year with Pascal development for DOS, and I'm learning so much new. And at a certain point, with programming languages, now that I've seen my fair share of them, of course, not the very weird and obnoxious dialects out there of something like, I don't know, Prolog or Fortran. I feel like I have a rough gist of what a usual common programming language, how they are structured and how I get things that I need, like if statements and cases and loops and that sort of thing, right? And if you got that, I think it should be relatively easy. Then, of course, it feels like to me, I have mastered really no programming language. And when I'm looking at my Pascal code, the older code is doing things very closely related to the basic minimum set of commands that are available at that time. So, okay, I know how to do a loop, I know how to do an if branching, and that's good enough. And the more you learn about a programming language and its intricacies, then you can, I can use, I don't know, overload functions or use lambdas or that sort of thing. And of course, your code changes. Again, I'm on a tangent. I don't know where this is going, probably nowhere. So let's see what the chat says. With gdevelop, says Langotriel, I get to have an impact on its development. I have had a couple of calls with the team making it. I hope to see some of my suggestions implemented. See, that is very cool. And also when it's a language or an IDE that you have really close ties to the development team, it really means that your voice is heard. Yeah, try having a feature request for Unreal or Unity, right? So yeah, that's definitely something. Wait, gdevelop is C#, right? Or C++? Langotriel says gdevelop is English primarily, JS under the hood though. Oh, interesting, it's English. JS is what I moved away from, says Lady Misleaf. I miss it, but gosh darn, I have a lot of games I want to make. Yeah, with personally, I think my favorite programming language has crystallized to be also JavaScript. Not because it's the best language, but it feels very close to what BASIC used to be back then. It's like this common denominator that once you write it, it runs on pretty much everything that you throw it at. Probably not the most performant, but all you need is a browser and a Notepad app, and you're good to go. And in that regard, also myself coming mostly from Game Maker, and it's very close to Game Maker. But of course, as soon as you make something that requires some sort of architecture and modules and scope and encapsulation, well, oh boy, the Game Maker and JavaScript is not a lot of fun. Well, TypeScript perhaps, but yeah, different story. Langotriel says to Lady Misleaf, if you already know JS, gdevelop would be easy for you to use. If a feature is missing, make it in JS. Okay, that's cool. Didn't know this. Well, my bestie also uses Godot, says Lady Misleaf, so I like that. I can go to her for help if need be. That's the other thing. If you know people that you can ask for my Pascal programming, my buddy I could ask was Gemini from Google. And of course, as always is with these LLMs, the simple things work good enough or well enough. But as soon as I was in the intricacies with DOS programming and paging and real memory and protected memory, yeah, no one can help you there. You really need someone who knows what they're talking about. So an LLM is just at some point, it feels like, yeah, I'm arguing with a dictionary. It's no use. Langotriel says, but if you use gdevelop, you can help make headcount. There we go. Now I have my own list of games I dream of making. Yeah, of course. That's always one thing. Is as for myself, I also have so many ideas. On the other hand, when I see something and I feel like, oh God, I want to get involved because this looks so cool and I can help make it even better. It's yeah. And the list just keeps on growing. But it's always good to have a list. I think the worst, this is what someone told me, is the worst that they had was they were working a very grueling job and all they wanted was to make games. And once they finally caught a break and really had like a couple of weeks or so to do it, they were completely like blank slate. They couldn't think of anything. All the ideas or inspiration was just drained of them because they were so exhausted. And I think this probably is another nightmare, is you have all the time in the world, but no inspiration or ideas to do anything. So it's always better to have many ideas on your shelves where you can just when you need to solve a problem with the current thing you're working on, you can just go to the archives and just see what fits there. And if you have a well-stocked pantry of game ideas, it never hurts. It never hurts. And the list just keeps growing. Langotriel says, hey, Pixel Profs, you like JS and headcount. You're welcome to help out. Always nice to have a second programmer. Yeah, thank you, Automated Unicorn, for sparkling up that sentence. Again, the problem is with myself, I already know it, that I'm super motivated to do things, and then probably after 1 week or so some other shiny project comes and I neglect or start to neglect the first one, and then I feel super bad about it and just try to cut on sleep and juggle everything. And yeah, I mean I could do small isolated things but again I don't want to what's the word Damn it. I'm having problems with English words today. Anyway, I don't want to commit, that's the word. I don't want to commit too much and then let everyone down by not delivering. But thank you for the invitation. Serial project hopper. Oh dear, that's a term. I know this one. I always say I have a stack-based project development production slate where it's the latest thing that I started. I want to finish this as much as possible and then be done with it and see on the stack what is underneath. So it's the first in, first out way of doing projects. I don't know how many prototypes as Lady Misleaf. Yeah, that's the thing. And Langotriel says, that's where me cracking a whip comes in. You'll keep motivated or else. Yeah, I've been in other projects where in one project I got a death threat. It was really like, if you do not deliver, I come to your place and run a car into you just to get things done. I mean, granted, this was during when I was still studying, and of course this was not cool on both ends, so that I more or less started because I was just overwhelmed. I didn't tell the person that I just had too much on my plate. This was not cool of me, and of course, they threatening death and violence upon me was also not great. So yeah, we had some kind of a falling out which lasted for decades almost. But yeah, this again, probably not the way of motivating me is with a whip. Ston says game jams are very good for that very limited time. Exactly, it's like this one capsule where okay, it's 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, and then it's over with, and you have something that's finished and can be proud of it. And I think also for me, especially with my long running projects, I mean, LD42 is running for 7 years now, I think. And the problem with that is I did all the small parts on the project where I can say, yeah, I can just use 1 hour here and do that stuff, or 2 hours here. But now only the big chunks are left. And I really also have this with other projects. I really need to sit down and work on this straight for 4 days, 5 days. And of course, with life and everything, it's almost impossible that you really get to this. So you have to plan for this very far in advance. And yeah, so of course, and then the next shiny thing comes and you just see, oh, I'm just toying around with this and see how far I get with it. That's the thing, right? Yoshi says, exactly. I usually don't have time for game dev, but I'm able to reserve 2 weekends a year for Ludum Dare, and then I try to make the most of that time. And from what I can tell, Jiri, it really works out for you. And talking of things and games, probably we should roll this again. Lady Misleaf says, I want to game dev on my own terms, on my own projects. I did some fun game dev during my vacancy. Vacay, not vacancy. Why did I say vacancy? Vacay. Then I went to work and had a bad week. Game dev was put on the back burner since keeping my sanity was more important. Yeah, again, it feels when you're the younger you are, the more time you have at your leisure. It feels like all the time that's not on your own terms. I mean, there's so many things that you have to do. You have to go to school. You have to do, I don't know, X projects. You have to go to soccer class or something. Those are out of your hands. But between those set things that you must do, you can do anything. You don't have to worry about paying bills or anything, or other kinds of commitments or anything. And the older you get, it feels the more freedom you have to choose your own obligations, but they're still obligations. I mean, yeah, I don't want to do the grocery shopping today. Well, also not tomorrow. Cool. But I'll grow very, very hungry when the fridge has been empty for a week now. So yeah, again, and game dev feels like it's something that just has to fit in there. It's a bit like playing Tetris with your timetable, at least for me. Oh, thank you for redeeming Unicorn. Good call. Or whatever was left of my sanity. Yeah, as we all know with game dev, what I personally like about game dev, it's like you're playing a puzzle game, or some sort of logic puzzles that are always new and always just pertain, so very individualized, and no one can help you there. But once you figure it out, you feel like you're on top of the world. Jiri, congratulations! We have Clockwork Collector. And Yoshi says, I'm sure you figure everything out. Oh dear, please help me. If I'm on stream, I can do Sunday too, but this weekend we plan to do the hardest part of moving to the new apartment, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it, but surely I try. And apparently you have moved to your apartment, and from what I've just skimmed over, you have much more space. How is it there? Are you enjoying it after the move? Because moving is the worst, but having moved is the best. All right, gotta go wake up the hubby, says Lady Misleaf. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you have a wonderful, I want to say a week, but of course there's the weekend still. So I wish you both a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week, and yes, see you around. Bye-bye. Jiri says, it's great, so much crates and stuff all over the place. Yeah, I think that the moment when you're finished with the last crate is the best moment. I don't know when this will come. For us, it took us 2 years, so... Clockwork Collector. Love the font. And of course, it's the signature Jiri Hysek art style. These blues, the grays, and the font. It's very signature. About the game, it's a nice little puzzle game. There is some sort of nice looking machine, you know, and the issue is that it lacks power. Fortunately, this kind of machine comes with internal power beams. So all you need to do is to redirect the beam to collector, or more beams, depending on how many chevrons the machine have. You need to power up all chevrons, obviously. The game has 8 levels, first 3 a tutorial, the others are simple too, don't worry. Okay, play it full screen. Okay, just drag the handle of machine part by mouse to rotate or move. Handles may be small, but if you look at the center of the fidget, you cannot miss it. Okay, good to know. R to restart the level. This is also good to know. I already have my hand over it. And restart level, it's just there. There's no way you'll ever need it except some sort of unexpected. Okay, then I'm not hovering over it. Escape back to the menu, but you'll be able to go back to any level you visited from there. Again, there's so many comfort features there. This is very nice. Use tools Godot 4.5. Oh, so you're at the latest and greatest. Inkscape and GIMP, Audacity, BFXer, and bandlab.com. Again, those are already posters. This looks very, very puzzly, very cool. Okay, again, I will get me the Windows version. Look at these screenshots there. Because it's black against black, it very looks super stylish now. 41 megabytes. I love this about indie games. It's the downloads are so manageable. Do not consent. Thank you, itch.io. I don't consent. See, why am I getting ads here? That's not nice. Thank you, itch, for nothing. So, Clockwork Collector. There we go. What else have I missed? It's great, says Jiri. So much crates and so much stuff all over the place. 2 years, oh dear. Depends on how much you procrastinate. I mean, yeah, it's... Let's say the stuff that we didn't put out of the boxes was none of Connie's stuff. All right, Clockwork Collector. Ooh. Can you all hear audio? Because there is audio. And I can even switch it on. Look at this. Wow, this is, again, very, very friendly. No icon again. Sorry, it looks like I need some window tool for that. For making icons, a tool for Windows, you mean? Because I recently discovered, where do I have it? What's it called? The Green Fish Icon Editor. Because this does not cost a thing as far as I know. And open warning, what? Okay, so it just opened a local thing. So it's called Green Fish Icon Editor Pro. And yeah, again, I don't think... I mean, you can donate, but overall, it's got everything you need for making icons. Because before that, I had a proprietary tool that hadn't been updated in many years. And it also, at some point, it just didn't feel like it was seeing any updates again. Anyway, Clockwork Collector, there we go. Ooh. Again, with the transitions, there are small little circles going up and down. Okay, redirect beam to collector. Okay, so I can do this and do that. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's very cool. Also very juicy sound effects. Kersey says, I thought the newest Godot has built-in tool to do icons now. Or does it? So. Aha. Can I do it like so? That's very cool. Huh. Oh, it's not these things. I needed to get them up there. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Very juicy animations. I love it. Does it? I need to check again. And John says, I think it still requires RC edit to put it in place. Oh, okay. So this is one. Where is the other? Ah. That's a very interesting puzzle. Because I'm not sure I get it. I think that must be it. Yes, I got it. Kirsty says, on the Godot 4.5 release page, it says you don't need RC edit anymore. I haven't tried it though. Oh, okay, cool. So this is what I love about Godot, that you can really see how the things are progressing from version to version. And some people might say it's almost usable now. Yeah, by the way, the thing about rotating the entire thing. I'm very lucky or happy that you said that actually I can use these things here. And I think they're even slightly animated, right? I think maybe just to make sure that as a player you notice that you can interact with them, maybe have these things look like these here. For example, I mean, now that you have like these stripes there to indicate things that you as a player can interact with, maybe also have the white stripes, not the band, the the visual design element, also much more pronounced here. I think this would really have helped me. Okay, so everything needs to go into this thing here, or rather, all it needs to go is to converge at one point. That's, by the way, this is a very clever puzzle in general. I can see lots of... I think I'm saying this with every other game that you make. I can really see this on mobile. So, is this a correct solution? Apparently it works. I like the glow effect and the sounds as well. Okay, cool. And now I can move these things around. And also these things. Very, very cool. Didn't I just have it? Pixel-wise? There we go. Oh, it still needs the third one. Ah, it's not as easy as it seems. Yeah, touchscreen would be ideal controls for such a game. Indeed, yes. There we go. I feel so smart with these kinds of games. I really like all the design, the different mechanics you get in there. Like these things that are combined. So probably I need to direct... Oh! I think that that was it. Okay, good. By the way, also the levels, they're very aesthetically pleasing. This looks very, very nice. Kersey likes the game too. Okay, yeah, this one was almost too easy. but I think maybe there is something that I haven't fully grasped. Yes. Here I was just lucky, I feel. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, this I like how this looks super simple. This is, I think, what John Blow said about good puzzles is like where it looks super simple. There is just one complication. So we have here the beam that should go just straight through up to here. The only complication is that we have here this thing in the middle, and suddenly it becomes much more not cumbersome, but much. It's like this dialogue going on between the game developer and the player, where it's like, yeah, you thought this was easy, and I will show you that it is not that easy as you thought it would be. And I think this is where we're at right now. So, okay, I can bounce these things around individually. That's cool, but it doesn't help us. Oh, it does! Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed the game. Made by Jiri Hysek for Ludum Dare 58 Compo. Yes, indeed, I enjoyed it a lot. Very, very cool. It feels like I mean, if this were a demo on the Steam Next Fest, you would have like hundreds of wish lists already, I feel. So again, I urge you to make this a full game, because the presentation is cool, and I love when puzzle games make me feel clever. So yeah, congratulations. I wonder how well you scored, because it must be up there in the top 10s. Did I just close it? Yeah, I closed it. Oh, but it's still open there. Look at this. Overall 20th. Audio 13th. Graphics. Theme. Really? Theme? Okay, yeah, I didn't see much of the collection. I mean, you're collecting the light, right? The energy. But yeah, that's... I think the last game that placed in the top 10 of mine was on theme. And it feels like, yes, it feels like a teacher's pet rating. So your game was not the best. It didn't have the best graphics. It wasn't the most innovative. It just fit exactly what the teacher said you should write about. Yes, this indeed looks like it is your most memorable experience from last summer. And again, so I give personally a rating that is high in the theme, personally the least value, compared to fun and innovation, right? The theme is collector, like a soul. Oh yeah, now I get it. Except there was no soul. Yeah, then it's about writing, where it's collect the power from the sun, and instead of having the generator with this blue in the middle, it's just yellow, and you put a sun icon somewhere, and now it's solar collector. Right? Yeah, again, very cool, and another game where I feel like you should be placed higher, because again, this is very, very good, at least top 10. So, do we have anyone else here in the chat whose game we can play? Let's refresh the page just to be sure. If not, if you haven't missed anyone. Thanks for playing and kind words. Again, thanks for submitting. Great, another great game. Like I said, you should make the Jiri Hysek collection. I say this every time, and then I completely disregard that. Yeah, it's not as easy as just putting multiple games on one diskette and be done with it, because you need a menu, you need to test it, you need different, screen resolutions, and suddenly it becomes much more work than just slapping it together. I'm well aware of this. Right, so let's play a game of someone who is here or not. Just I'm in the mood to keep going playing games. Euler Moisés is here with Ludumon. Are they here? Ston says, I shall be off to bed as I have a full day's travel ahead. Enjoy the LD games. All good, Ston. Thank you so much for dropping by, and all the best for your travels. Rest well, and hopefully, another thing for travels is stay hydrated. And this is something that I hardly ever heed, because when one thing that I hate during travels is using the toilet or waiting to be able to use a toilet again somewhere. So this is why I'm constantly and even dangerously dehydrated when I travel. But different story. Thank you, Cursey Boo. I'm not traveling, so probably we should all have some water for our next travels. I feel much better now. How about that? And Automated Unicorn grumbles from Jiri. Congratulations on getting this hard German word correct. It's always a test. There is this one thing in Austrian German where we, Austrians and Germans, we all speak German. In Austria, we speak Austrian German. In Switzerland, they speak Swiss German. And in Germany, they speak Norm German. So certain dialects in Austria are very hard to understand for other German speakers. And so there is this one word that has been turned into a meme before there were memes. That is that Austrians urge Germans to say the word Ohrkatzelschwarf because it's something that their tongues are not usually meant to say. So actually, the meaning of the word is squirrel tail. Okay, squirrel tail. See, it's a hard word to speak. But in German, in German, Ohrkatzelschwarf, especially this Ohr sound, you never hear it. This is only in Austria, in Austrian German. So again, you pulling off Kaiserschmarrn with all the SCH and the number of R's correctly, really, really solid. Right, okay. Euler, Moisés, are they here or not? Anyway, let's play Ludumon. And yes, all information is there. Good. Then what has he to say? Ludumon. We have to catch them. Oh, look at this. I can see here some faint Pokemon-ish things. Ludumon. Now I get it. Since you were little, you've dreamed of becoming the greatest Ludumon master on the planet. Now comes your grand opportunity to travel the planet and capture every Ludumon in existence. So grab your Ludum cubes and head toward the rising sun. Will you find Compocom? Will you find Compopocom, the most legendary of all legendary Ludumon? Ludumon is a simple, easy-to-play point-and-click game that will test your observation and memory. Oh, this is very cool. I mean, the first idea when I hear, okay, collecting is Pokemon. I think some of you who know my Ludum not postmortem, the keynote to LD41 already know this, that collecting, well, Pokemon already did it. But someone really made a Pokemon game. That's kind of cool. Automated Unicorn is already sold, I see. Find the requested Ludumons, click on them to capture them with a Ludum cube and head to the Ludumon center. Dum 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 dum. Makes sense. Controls mouse left button only. Okay, I think this has been trained by thousands, if not millions of pixels that I've pushed, so we should be fine. Okay, capture the 5 game gemus. That's so cute. Okay then, tools used audio Pixie Tracker. Art is by Piscal and programming with Game Maker Studio. And we can play it in the browser, and there is even everything there in Brazilian Portuguese. Tradução Português Brasileiro. Probably butchered this. I have no idea. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Okay, let's play this in the browser. Hopefully in full screen. Can I switch to full screen? It's a bit loud. That's cute that it even has some sort of a theme music to it. Okay, click on the correct Ludumon to advance. By the way, please let me know if the audio is too loud. Now, I have to turn it down on my headphones as well, but should be good now. Okay, click on the correct Ludumons to advance to the next level. The Ludumon Center will only open after the mission is completed. Okay then. The music is very Nintendo-like, I have to say. Okay, let's capture the 5 game gemus. Thank you, Kersey, for the audio side. Okay, so this, again, we have to find this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it even has a nice animation. That's very, very nice. Okay, capture only the 5 female ratings. Okay, what is the difference? Male and female. Oh dear. Oh, it's on the tail. That's okay. This is very, very interesting. So here on the male, the tail tip is dark, and this one here is bright. Okay, then let's find the 5. Was it 5, right? I'm going to start here from the bottom. 1, 2. I think I've already missed them. 3. It was 5, right? Not 3. Was it 3? It says, okay. That's cute. No. You probably already... Oh, you have probably already spotted it. Those of you watching from home... This can't be that hard. There's 1. And I just meant to say, yeah, I probably finished this within 30 seconds. But no, it's not that easy, of course. Where's the last one? The music is trying its best to annoy me, but I'm not giving in. Or was this? Oh yeah, it was. Didn't have to have 5. All good. 3 Akamai. They disguise themselves as other Ludumon, but they don't do it perfectly. Okay, interesting. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so we have to find some that don't quite look like the others. So first I will look at these kind of cockroach thingies here and see if I can spot the one that looks a little bit different. Oh dear, this has grown hard quickly. So I don't think I see any that looks different than the others. So then let's go for this little lobster thingy. Oh, this one here. This lobster thingy only has 1 eye. There we go. Haha. I'm good at this. So what else? Let's go with the one that we already captured in previous things. So far, they look all the same there, I think. This one's here, the bright blue ones. So I think they are all the same. I mean, as simple as it is, this kind of matching game, it's kind of fun, I have to say. Okay, so the cockroach we had. Now let's look at this one here. Tricky level, indeed, indeed. I think there were only 4. Thank you, Kersey. Yes, I could have looked much longer for the 5th one. Okay, so this plushy little fella here. This looks similar. Really, you have to portion out your attention, I would say. So I'm not seeing anything strange with these ones, I would say. Okay, so this white, I would say Hollow Knight looking fella. That's a bit harder, I think. Yeah, the Hollow Knight looks good to me. So then we had here already this rating, I think it was called. Let's quickly go through those. I think they look good as well. Oh dear, this is getting hard. Okay, now this purple cat thing here. This looks kind of fun, nice, and happy. There can't be that many. Okay, there are a lot. Okay, they also look kinda similar. Oh dear. Okay, now this ball here with the eye. This should be easy to discern if there's something wrong with it. I feel like I've already missed something, and of course going back is even harder because yeah, you've already checked everything. Okay, what else haven't we? Okay, the green cactus ghost then. I mean, if it's just off by 1 pixel, it's going to be super hard then. Yeah, the green ghost also looks kind of okay and similar. All right then, this little mushroom fella. Maybe we're lucky there with the mushroom. Mushroom. I really like the design idea that it's just pixel art and with such distinct looking colors. Oh, there we go. Look at this mushroom here. That's a wrong one. Okay, good. We're having some luck here. We're making progress. So what else haven't I looked at? Okay, I think I've looked through all of them and must have missed 2, right? So because we've only caught 2. Okay, what's it here with this blue fella here? Oh, yes, you see something? This is mirrored here on the center. I just figured this out. So it probably should be easier if I just look at what is going on here, just going out here from the center axis and see if there's something changed. For example, this one here, right? This should be this cockroach there. Or not. Apparently not. Because I cannot click it. Damn it. I thought I was being super clever there. So what's it here with this purple thing then? Does this somehow look different? Door still shut, right? Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, it's still, thank you. Always good to check if we're already allowed to pass. Otherwise, yeah, we can take much longer to look for something that is clearly not there. It's a big, I mean, this is like looking at bugs in a sense. Where is the bug? It must be somewhere here. It's very clear. Maybe there is more than one of a certain type that we've looked at. I will go now counterclockwise for some reason. None other than changing things up. This is also a very clever trick to have people engage with your pixel art, because I'm literally looking at every pixel now very, very closely. Of course, if you look too closely, things start to look funny and different. And that's it's messing with my head. Should I zoom out? Would this be more helpful? I don't think it would be. But then it's easier to spot the pattern, the repeating pattern here going out from the center. Because again here, this cockroach, those are all the balls with eyes, but if I click the cockroach, it doesn't do anything. So is this a hint or is this just random? Okay, let's look at it again. So this fella, I think we have. I'm looking at the blue ones. Okay, first let's break this up into individual pieces. I'm looking at these yellow antenna or what it is on the blue one and see if there is a slight change, but keeping my eyes peeled for anything else that might jump me as odd in certain places. Nothing jumps me as odd. I mean, what the game is clearly lacking would be a timer and something that counts your misclicks, or you get penalties if you pick the wrong one. Because at some point I will just click on everything and hope that I just get lucky. And then just review my video recording and see what the actual difference was. Okay, so I'm looking at this one now. The rat ing. maybe some kind of hint system or something to, yeah, for example, maybe some staggered hints where it says it's in this region of the board. Or have you looked at it's something that shouldn't be read, for example? These kinds of hints would be helpful. Because right now it's just going over it and over it. And I think this is precisely the kind of puzzle at some point that had me give up on The Witness. Where it feels like I'm this close to finishing this one board, but I'm not sure where or what am I doing wrong or how close I am. Just that I'm close. And of course, this at some point it just gets frustrating when the game is not really helping you out. Okay, so I'm trying now a different strategy and I'm going here in rows and just look at the individual things and see if one looks slightly off. And then I compare it with the others. Right next, I think here, this ghost here, this one is blue and should be green. There we go. Okay, let's try the door. Oh, good. Puzzle games are hard to design for difficulty like that. Okay, 2 unidentified aquatic Ludumon lost in the fireland. Capture them and immediately return them. Okay, unidentified aquatic. Okay, should I make this a bit smaller? It's very hot in here, it says. Okay, aquatic things. Is this an aquatic? 2 unidentified aquatic. Oh dear. Yeah, thank you, Automated Unicorn, for helping me. What does look aquatic? Yeah, the hint here is not really telling me what constitutes aquatic here. All I see is that it's a little bit hard on the eyes. But look at this. Maybe this thing here, this looks like some sort of shrimp. And apparently it was correct. So maybe I just have to find the other one, which is right here. This is a fish. There we go. Was it just 2? It was just 2. Oh, good. Capture the very rare, legendary, mythical, and mystic. This is normal. Shiny has never been seen before. Okay, something that looks like a dragon. Like this one here, but just shiny. So, kom popo kom. Okay, I think now we can hopefully spot Waldo here. Okay, we have to find something that we don't quite know what it looks like. This is just the unshiny version of it. Where would I hide it? Probably in plain sight. This would be either there right on the top or somewhere pretty close to the center of it. I'm a total sucker for these kinds of games. I don't know why, but it's a bit again, it feels like this laying puzzle on where you can just put puzzle pieces literally together. Somehow it's kind of soothing. Oh, Kersey, you found it. So which means I've already been over it, right? So please help me out. So if this is a clock, at what quadrant of the clock would you say it is? Northeast, northwest, southeast, or southwest? That I can hone in a little bit further. If you don't mind. I mean, if you say fudge you, good luck figuring it out. Then that's all good. Okay, southeast. Southeast then. Ah, there we go. This one. Thank you, Kersey. There we go. I was comparing the colors here with the red and thought maybe one is upside down, but yeah, it was just green. Congratulations, you are a Ludumon master. Thank you, Kersey, for helping me out with this one. This was fun. Thank you, Euler Moisés, for submitting Ludumon. I think that's kind of the Pokemon idea. I thought we would be fighting different Ludum Dare games with each other. And this would be more of a procedurally generated thing where it's like it just takes, I don't know, random Ludum Dare games from the API and just analyzes their screenshots. And if it's red, then it becomes a fire game or something. I thought it would be something along those lines. But again, with the pixel art and the closely looking at pixels, I had my fun. It's strange to say, but your game doesn't have to feature ray tracing and be, I don't know, 22,000 hours of playtime. No, it's as simple as this. Again, I had fun. Kirsty says, nice, simple little search game, cute pixel creatures and tunes. Yeah, the tunes especially, they very much fit the tone, I would say. It has these Game Boy Advance kind of tunes, and with the bright, colorful pixels and the very appealing pixel art. I mean, it's very simple, the shapes, but it totally works. So thank you for submitting Ludumon, Euler, Moisés. Again, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name because this is really the channel's MO here. Right. So I think that's it for the Ludum Dare games I was looking forward to playing today. Yeah, announcement time, I have to say, because I already posted the little announcement on the Discord, is that I have become part of the Austrian streamers. Let me quickly show you Austrian streamers. So, yeah, the website is austrianstreamers.at, and look at us. We're already live here. Look at this sad person trying to figure out which one the correct one is. Yeah, Austrian streamers. Again, it's not really a club or something. It's just a community of like-minded people, and our minds are we stream in Austria, and the organizers, I had a call with one where it was more or less of a vibe check to see if I fit the overall spirit of the community, and they're super nice and super friendly and super helpful, and it really feels like this is where we as a community grow bigger, because with some kind of community events, you feel like, okay, the organizers have a very strong presence in the background, and they always somehow try to wedge themselves in there as soon as one of their members gets bigger or something. At least this is what I've witnessed in different clubs or capacities or conglomerates of people together. And here it really feels super nice, because in the call that we had, it was really about advancing the Austrian streamers and maybe finding publishing deals or event deals or so. But they don't want to see any money from us streamers. This should come in from contracts, again, not publishing, sponsoring, and that kind of thing. So again, I have so far a very good feeling about this, and just wanted to share with you my joinment. I don't know what's it called, and maybe we can at some point. I might try to raid some fellow Austrian streamers, provided of course they stream in English, because I don't know many of us stream in English, but since we're in Austria and streaming, so I can be part of it. So just nice little things where it feels like having someone to talk to when you have business questions and law questions, again with Austria. Like I've said this before, I'm incorporated as an ad agency so that I can do my influencing streaming thing. It's kind of weird. And Kersey, thank you. You're too kind. Congrats on being an official streamer. Yeah, now it's official that I'm in the same boat as other streamers. So again, this feels kind of nice. Oh, and another thing, I can show you one of my purchases that I've made. I sniped something on what's it called? eBay. There we go. And let's see if I can get this working here. Yes, hello. So now I have it sitting here on my desk. It's been sitting here for the entire stream. And it is this beautiful thing here. Because the camera is not the best, I thought I add some VHS overlays to it so that it feels like you're watching some, I don't know, alien autopsy or something. So this, for those who don't know, this is a Toshiba satellite, and it is a retro laptop. And this one is running Windows 98 and also does boot into DOS. And the cool thing about this is, again, I got it very cheaply for what it is. I mean, it has here this little dent here at the side, but I think this is okay. This is just, sorry for the shaky footage, just so that I can open it. But yeah, it's just superficial, and so far it's still working in good condition. Yeah, again, it's like I said, the camera is having some problems with the autofocus, so this is why I blurred everything. And what I like about this is how do you switch it on? Where is the switch on button? And it is here on the side, and it feels like this oh, sorry for the microphone cable. Yeah, it's like some nuclear codes, so because you have to pull this open, and then you can click it, and then it starts. And it says here, in touch with tomorrow. This is what we are. And there I can choose to boot either into Windows 98 or DOS 7.10. And you know what? I will go to DOS 7.10. Did I enter the choice? Why didn't you? Oh, I waited too long. So now it's booting into Windows. But the cool thing is it has built-in speakers. Is this retro or what? And Kersey saw the clip on Mastodon. Cool new laptop. That's so 90s. So I will close this now and restart, that we can get to... I don't even have a Windows key here. Isn't this great? And also it comes here with a German keyboard layout. I mean, this one was shipped to me from France. So it's kind of funny that it is actually showing the German keyboard layout. So again, I will restart this. I think I have to fully restart it, because otherwise there is no audio working. And yeah, for this, let's just be quick. So switch off, switch on, and it starts so quickly. And again, this is what I like about this kind of retro tech, because everything is so fast. So there we go. Windows, no, MS-DOS 7.10. Sorry for the shaky camera. There is no stabilizer on it, so I try to keep it at a minimum, the movement. So Kersey, you already have seen it, what I'm going to show you. And this is... my DOS game is actually working on this machine, which is kind of cool, because so far it has only been working in the emulator, and you never know how well it works on the actual hardware. And this one, thankfully, it does. So let's do this thing here again, and hopefully you should hear something. I try to make it very, very loud. There we go. And the screen is surprisingly well, or good. So when I get up closer, I mean, this is an old LCD screen that is 25, almost 30 years old, and it is super sharp. Look at this, it's almost too sharp. And yeah, my fade effect is working. Yeah. I don't have more of a game. That's what I got so far. And it's super slow. I mean, this thing is running it's an Pentium 2, and my code, my Pascal code, is so bad that, of course, it's running a bit slower than it should be. But there are other things on this machine that run, and it came pre-installed, like I said, with Windows 98, which was kind of cool. And it's CD Games, I think, and Doom, of course, because this is the first thing that you always try to see. Does it run Doom? And I think indeed it does, not Foom. Doom. And yeah. Yeah, and the frame rate is a little bit better than to what you were seeing. It's been a while. So So the screen, like I said, you can actually play games on this, because with LCD screens on laptops, usually you would think like, oh my god, it is the worst, and the after image effect just blurs everything together. No, this one, I mean, yeah, look at this screen. This is super crisp and super legible, and also in terms of the update, it's very, very fast. So yeah, this is going to be my new game laptop. The only downside that this thing has is I wanted to show you how I copy my game onto a floppy diskette and load it up. But the only thing that is probably why it was relatively cheap is that the floppy and CD drive here is missing, and it's not something that you can easily replace, because of course these things aren't manufactured anymore. So here is the PCM CIA slot. So you probably wonder, well, if I couldn't load it onto floppy or a CD-ROM, how did I get it there? And the cool thing is, on this machine here, let's unplug this. Underneath here is the hard drive, but someone modded it, and instead of using an old magnetic hard drive, in there is a 0.5 gigabyte of compact flash card. So all I need to do is just unscrew this and take out the compact flash card. It's formatted with FAT, the file system, and then can pop it right in, and it gets recognized as a hard drive, and everything is on there. And the other thing is, with old machines, there used to be the battery in there, the rechargeable battery. So to get it out, you open it up here, and then again, I'm trying to do this with one hand, and underneath here would be the battery. So this one, it still was the original battery, but the first thing, of course, is you never know how well preserved these things are, or how prone to leaking or maybe exploding. Well, probably not exploding, but yeah, you never know in what condition these things are. So this is why the first thing is I took photos in case I ever need a replacement of it, so I can have the model number and everything. But yeah, just took it out. Yeah, Kirsty says really crisp pixels, right? It's again, it almost feels too good to be true. So yeah, this was my little. Oh yeah, here are the unicorns, by the way, in case you were wondering where they are. Yeah, another thing that I just noticed is I probably should take out the currently playing Ludumon. There we go. Oh, I love it when I can type something in a terminal and magic happens there. Yeah, just wanted to share with you that this little thing. Yeah, and the other thing you already probably have seen is as a byproduct of making my DOS game, right now it's a DOS title screen of this Knight Rider thing, is I have a DOS screensaver now up on itch.io. Idle bounce, there we go. There it is. So this again is running in DOS like it should be, and even has a decent frame rate, because I'm not trying to run my own version of Game Maker coded up from the ground. So yeah, if you have an old DOS machine and you want to trick people into thinking you're running a state-of-the-art DVD player, among other things, you can. So yeah, this is it. Yeah, I had to pixel the Doom floppy, of course. So yeah, there are 6 different icons that you can have bouncing around, and I think it even comes with, if you hit, was it F1 or F2, there even a little beeper sound effect when it bounces off. Anyway, yeah, I thought no one needs a DOS screensaver, so here is one. And I also have another DOS screensaver now that we're on the topic. If you head over to pixelprophecy.com/stuff, another page that I want to revamp a little bit more, here under tools, you get Griddy, and Griddy is another of these kind of tests where at first I just tested drawing pixels onto the screen. Yeah, this one works. It's not refreshing the buffer in between drawings. So this is relatively fast, and you can see here these are the kinds of shapes that get produced from it, and it's kind of mesmerizing. I think this is the best in any screensaver, is when it's not really useful, but when you look at it, it's kind of, you know what, I like this. I don't want to look away. But it's also not that very interesting. It's like the 3D maze screensaver on Windows 95, which looked like a poor man's version of Doom. And of course, Schoolyard rumors had it that there was a shotgun and you could actually play the screensaver, and it was not just randomly going through the maze and you could shoot more. Essentially, it's Doom, but it's hidden there, in there somewhere. Right. So, as for other things that I'm currently up to, there is, on one hand, a lot going on, but most of it has to do with job and everything. And right. I'm not sure. I mentioned it last time, but just to be thorough here, I was in talks that I could reduce my work quota from 5 days a week to 4 days a week. And of course, it took long and many months until I finally got a response from corporate. And it's not possible. And I really was looking forward to be able to devote more time to doing my game dev and my videos, because I want to get a video out again at some point. And sad thing is, they decided against it. But I could convince them that I can work more often remotely from home, which also saves me around 1.5 hours per day that I'm working from home commuting time. So again, it's not much, but it's a little bit more than I had before. So hopefully I can pick up on some of my projects. Right. So, and the other thing that I have in the works is, I've already mentioned this, is with my RNG 3000. I have here planted some to-dos where, as Kirsty, you said, to have checkboxes somewhere. And it's not as simple as I first thought it was, because, I have here, these are my scripts, my different classes that I'm using here and of course, it's communicating with the WebSockets and communicating with the database in the background, and RNG data and RNG states and so on. Again, it was a little bit more involved, and I thought, I can do this in an hour and punch it together. I couldn't do it. So, probably at some point this should happen. Like once I have the time for it. Right. So, I'm already getting a little bit tired, but I think I could play one more Ludum game. I think since we're here, I said I'm done with Ludum for today. But you know what? Let's play one more. Let's see again, inspect here what we have. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So for InkDeo21's game, I want to wait until InkDeo21 is here. So I'm switching to non-patrons and whatever comes up. Thank you, Automated Unicorn, for pooping rainbow. So it was holoquire by an anonymous author in this case, because apparently she did not, in the first submission attempt, put anything in there. So I hope there isn't too much I'm missing there. But it's a jam game by Alex Kokorin, daupoh, Kitsune999, and Forik. And the mood is immerse into the silence of the graveyard. The night forest keeps its secrets. Okay, this already again looks very, very moody indeed. So we're here in a graveyard that looks like it has been done by the people who make the Warcraft games. It's a very pleasing look. Oh, okay, interpret the inscriptions. Not all writing is meant for the living. Your records hold the key. Gather the offerings. Search the grounds for what the right demands. A feather, a chestnut, a whisper caught in a web, or caught in web. Every object remembers something. Okay, this sounds very cool. Ritual, when all is ready, begin the chant. Hold your breath, align the symbols, trust the silence. Listen to the hum of the departed. Each ritual leaves a song behind. This sounds already very cool. Lo-fi mode. Lo-fi mode was added. Hope you like it. You can switch it in settings. Oh, low fidelity mode. And the pixels aren't even a square. They look like the Commodore pixels. Okay, vast walk. Left mouse button is light a candle and E is interact. Okay, this sounds kind of cool. Microsoft Windows or Microsoft Windows. I think we can download it from itch then. Okay, this one is a little bit larger then. All right, and we still get here some ads. Again, this is kind of unusual for itch. It's funny. Downloading 500 megabytes in like, what is it, 5 seconds? And I recall the good old time of Napster when it took me sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks to download a 3 megabyte MP3 of, I don't know, some Nirvana song. So this was apparently made with Unreal Engine. So the entire overhead apparently requires the large installation size. So I turn up the volumes a little bit. Please let me know how the sound is on your end, because it is very quiet on my end, but this is because I turned down everything. Kersey says, I remember watching photos load top to bottom. Oh, the memories. Yeah, each line at a time, every pixel. And with some photos, it's like you click the photos and you think, oh no, that's not the photo that I wanted to download. And without the photo being already or loaded entirely, you could already then skip and say, yeah, this is, I don't know. I was looking at a different car or something. Okay, so let's start the ritual then. And I have no idea what I'm looking at, but the music is very moody. Okay, space, left mouse button, space, left, right mouse button, right mouse button. Very creepy. Oh, you have even cutscenes? Very cool. Okay, so I have a candle here. The art style is very good. It's very good. So I can light or extinguish my candle here. Let's just explore a little bit. So what we have here, coffin reagents place a spider to the left and a doll to the right as silence binds the spell. Place an herb upon the left altar and a single feather upon the right, that the ritual may begin. Okay, when I hit E, I even get close-ups of this. Again, this is very polished. Set a doll upon the left altar and a chestnut upon the right, that the charm may take form. Okay, then I think this might be a collectathon then. Very moody. Absolutely. Some headstones here. This is... Oh, look at the moon. We get here some plants. Some other plants. And some other plants. I'm not sure that I'm having the correct plants. And there's a spider web in there. Can I jump? I cannot jump. Not yet. Okay, this is super spooky, but in a pleasant kind of way. Okay, I like this exploration here. So what else can we find? See, this is again something where level design, you see this person apparently is very versed in level design. Because see here, this landing railing here is broken off. Why is it broken off? So that when I want to go down, that I don't have to take the stairs, where I can just drop from up here and be much faster. So this makes traversing the level faster and more fun. So, oh, look at this, some feathers. I found feathers. See, now I'm much faster when I return down here. Or am I? Okay, more feathers are here. Let's explore this side. Okay, there's the doll. So, something with a doll and the feathers. By the way, isn't it creepy that the doll made this little sound? So, where should I place the doll? Herb, spider. Doll upon the left altar and the chestnut. Herb, feather. Okay, so which kind of coffin? Oh, it depends. Oh, of course. I think we have to first summon the coffin. No. First, we have to put the things where they need to go. The doll on the right. But first I get the feather. So the doll. Let's find the chestnut. Doll on the left altar. Oh god, the sound of the doll. So I haven't looked at the graveyard just yet. Are there the names of the developers there? What's with those plants? Oh, what do we have? Oh, this... I just found the coffin. So of course I have also to place the coffin there. And now here is the coffin. God, what's just happened? Where is the doll? Where's the doll? Oh dear, this is creepy. Nothing here. Ah, okay, so here we can see the inscription, the symbol on the thing. So which one is it? Okay, so the doll on the left altar. But the doll somehow vanished. Did it return? That's creepy. The doll is here. Okay. Okay, little doll. Nailed the spooky mood. Indeed. Okay, then. Okay, when you're not looking, the doll is gone. Oh dear, this is creepy as F. Okay, then let's first get the chestnut before I go looking for the creepy doll again. Okay, is this a chestnut? Yeah, this looks like a chestnut tree. Oh, okay, where am I? What? Yes, E to exit. I was looking up and for some reason I interacted there. Okay, so apparently I have to kick it. There we go. And there's the chestnut. Does the chestnut look cute? So hopefully the chestnut should not go away when we look away, right? Oh dear, this doll. So the doll is of course not where we last have seen it. This would be too funny, friendly, nice. Okay. I really like the idea that the doll is just moves around or about when you're not watching it. And you have to figure this out. Okay, so place the doll here. Keep an eye on it. With the music, this is so creepy. No? Oh, I clicked the right mouse button, so it's a little bit of a quick time event. Okay, good. I think we did things correctly. So sounds like maybe we get a new coffin. Yep, there's our coffin. Very good. Good with the mood. Okay. It's green. And for some reason we get a key. So for the green coffin, an herb that glimmers when touched by light. And a spider. Okay, so we got a key and I remember that there was a lock. Is this the key? I like it how it opens up. Okay, there is the spider. This is very cool also, by the way, that here we see... I mean, it doesn't make sense that here the well actually leads into the basement. But of course, it makes it very cool that we really see here the shadow. I don't know how to get to the spider, of course. Oh, there's a smaller spider. And it's a bit of a maze, but that's fine. I hope. So put the spider where? On the right, a spider. No, apparently it remembers the last interaction point there. Okay, and what was the other one? A herb that glimmers when touched by light. So let's look at the herbs and see which one glimmers. Do you glimmer? Well, not, but there's the doll again. So there were some. Are you herbs? Definitely glimmers. Definitely glimmers. Hollow Choir. Also good name. So, not letting either of you out of my sight. Wow, spooky. What would have been also kind of nice, I mean, since, so when I'm reading here the incantations, the game asks me to do either left click, right click, or space. I think one design idea would have is to have each, I don't know, symbol associated with one click or something, and maybe the symbols are, there's a key to the symbols which mouse button represents something else. I don't know what I'm getting to. Just maybe to make it less than just follow the prompts on screen. Okay, so what is this one here all about? Nothing. There is nothing on it. So we've had this one. So this one here, an herb, the single feather. So which herb? It doesn't say. I mean, let's pick some berries next to the creepy doll. And let's hope that this counts as an herb. Wrong building. So on what side? Herb left and the feather on the right. Is this left? This is left, right? No, this is right from this side. That's left, right? Yeah. I left it on the right. So the feather I've seen here. How convenient that all the things that we need are close by. Okay, then let's try the incantation. Very cool sound design as well. So. Good thing we're aflush with coffins. So this one is glowing red from the inside. So spider, the doll to the right. Right? Yes. So let's first get the spider. I very much like it that the level would open up now that I had the key. It would have been nice if this would be happening for. By the way, let's keep going there and see where else we come out when we continue in this direction. That the level opens up with each new coffin that we have. Okay, so we're here in the opposite building. That's very nice. I love it when things just start to connect with each other and the level just gradually opens up. So spider to the left. Spider to the left. Okay, and I remember where I've seen that bloody doll the last time. That creepy just so happy. It's not... Okay, wrong side. Okay. Don't look away from the doll. So there is one room left, and the game is not over yet. But I think we've seen all the coffins, right? Or haven't we? Okay, the doll is over there at the well again. Just in case. Always keep an eye on the doll. Which I really like as a design element, that the doll just jumps around. Okay, do we know this? Was it this one here? I mean, this one has a sign, but does this mean it is the right one? Because the chestnut and the doll, could this be correct? Or perhaps, maybe we can find, is there a hidden page somewhere, like in Myst, where, because we got here the same shelf. Is there something? No. Feathers. I thought there might be a hidden page somewhere showing us what to do with a coffin that we hadn't seen before. Well, again, it's chestnut and doll again. That creepy doll. So, doll on the left, chestnut right. Chestnut. And the doll. What's the worst that can happen? Exactly. Exactly. Especially with the doll. Okay, was I too slow? Yes. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay. Well then, let's see for ourselves. Music is very good. Okay then. And a bit of the skybox. Interesting. Were we summoning things and then have ourselves been summoned? And Kirsty says, well done to the creators. Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to quickly look at the lo-fi mode. I like it also that it switches over here to the pixel mode. Oh, okay, so the lo-fi mode is really just choppier pixels then. But yes, hats off to the creators. It's very, very moody and a perfect fit for Halloween, I would say, because also it very much fits my sensibilities, because I detest games where I'm being hunted and jump scared, but this had none of it, but still the creepiness, especially with the doll. I think you could have leaned even more into it. So when you're holding the doll, certain things just are off. Maybe just a door shuts in front of you or behind you, or I don't know, a tree moves a little bit more, where it's just like when you're when you're carrying the creepy doll, things happen. Because again, if you're not looking at the doll, you hear and it's gone. My God, this was very, very spot on. It's simple but effective. Right. Okay, then. Thank you, everyone who submitted their games. I think Ink Dio21's game we shall play next week. And there will be the belated Halloween stream then. Despite Halloween being over for 2 days, yeah, it's in some years it falls on a bad day for streaming since I'm streaming on the weekends. And yes, as for next weekend, let me switch over here. But I'm slightly larger in the frame and have to make sure that I'm not looking weird. Next week the stream will start 1 hour later. Yes, 1 hour later than usual, because this night, actually in 3 hours, we have daylight savings in Austria and I think in Central Europe. So this means when it is 3 a.m. in Austria, in 3 hours, it will be 2 a.m. So going forth from that, the streams will start 1 hour later compared to how they start now. Of course, if you also are in not daylight savings, then everything should be as normal. Point is, when my stream starts, I usually just keep what I've been doing is from the time of the post, I will say in 2 hours or 3 hours from now. So I think this is the best for everyone so that it's easier depending on, so no matter in what time zone you are in, you probably should catch a stream then. Right. So I will now try to do this radar thing and quickly have a listen to the other Austrian streamers. And if any of those are streaming in English. So let's quickly, let's you know what, I will take you with me. Just 1 second. Okay, violent and graphic depictions. What is this about? Doesn't look that violent. So it's camping and slapping.
Sei froh, dass wir dir helfen, Junge.
Ja.
Okay, that's German.
Und dass du nicht weißt.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing together. So we're seeing the other side of this stream. That's fun. Okay, we have German and English and drops and something's going on in the bayou. So, oh, that's different. This looks like Hunt Showdown, but again, it's in German. So, okay, we got here Minecraft hardcore stream. More time to eat lunch before stream for me, says Cursiboo. Oh, have you been postponing lunch or quickly eating it, which is very unhealthy, I've heard. Talking of things that are unhealthy, the stream quality here. I'm not sure if it can see it here, but if I zoom in, I have no idea what is going on here.
It's like 12 p.m. or something like, yeah.
Okay, it has
very late.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wie hat er Watching geschrieben?
Na, Bro, also I don't know, wie alt er ist, ne, will ich aber auch nicht fragen, Bro. Das ist
okay, so this is Cursey can just eat during stream. That's clever.
Ach, ist er
ja, Junge.
Kommt aus Kanada.
Okay, so this is also German, it seems. I'm really sorry. Okay, last ditch effort here.
Du bist drauf.
OBSception. Yeah, never mind then. Never mind. I tried. Maybe at some point we can find some Austrian streamer who is also streaming in English, so that you hopefully you can keep enjoying people with a weird accent trying to entertain you at weird times of the day. Anyway, again, thank you everyone for submitting your games. Next week we play this one game where I did some minor voice acting. So I haven't played it yet because I want to save this for the stream. And again, it's an RPG maker-like. It was made with Unity and it's a little bit spooky, but not too much. So I think it should fit right in my ballpark. Kersey says, a good stream. Thank you, Kersey. As always, good audience. And thank you, everyone who was here. Thank you for all the lurkers. Thank you for everyone who just dropped in and dropped by. And Jiri is still here, says, good night, bye. And I will just keep it at that note. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful Sunday. And if you're in Central Europe, enjoy another hour of weekend, which will be taken away next spring. But until that, we have that hour and they cannot take it from our cold, sleepy eyes, because we will use it to catch up on sleep. Anyway, have a wonderful week, everyone. And yeah, see you next Sunday then with the spooky post-Halloween stream. Take care. Bye-bye.